one thing a lot of people don't talk about is how much that can change in a day. Don't wear anything shiny or let any monkeys see you eating food because they will jump you and take it. That's a big one. I like it. I've seen people on the other side of it who say they wish there was more of a presence, but either way, it is what it is. Hello friends, we are out for our little daily sunset cruise here in Jomtien Beach, Pattaya, Thailand. And along the way, I'm going to talk about a few things that you're more than likely to see every single day that might be a little bit different than you're used to. Now, I don't remember who it was. If it was you, let me know down in the comments. A few months ago, one of you guys recommended that I get a bicycle. And I'll be honest with you, at first I wasn't really too excited about the idea. I didn't really think about it too much, but I've had one again for a few days now. It's been a nice change of pace. More relaxing than trying to ride a motorbike here, that's for sure. And not to mention, it helps keep me from becoming a fat, fraying dirtbag. No offense to you if you are. Okay, so one of the first things you're definitely gonna notice as soon as you get off the plane or boat, I guess, but as soon as you walk out of the airport, you're gonna notice the sights and for sure the smells. Now, I honestly think that even just the air smells different in Thailand, but one thing that's definitely gonna be different, and is our first point, our big difference when you get to Thailand, is everywhere you go, just the availability of food. No matter where you are, what street, what you're doing, there's always food within like 50 meters of you, 100 feet, no matter which direction you go, whether it be food stalls, the little carts that drive around everywhere. And this is a big reason I think why Thais don't really do the 3 square meal a day thing like we do. In America, it's a whole process. You have to get in the car, pick where you're gonna go, select there. Here, you don't really have to choose. You can just say, I'm gonna get some food, go out, hit the street, smell or see whatever looks or smells good, and you're ready to go. Now, of course, Thailand is also known as the land of smiles. So another thing that takes some getting used to is every day when you're walking around, people just smiling at you all the time. Now, while it's not that big a deal that they're smiling at you, in America, we don't really do that. So it took me a while to get used to smiling back. Now, there's people on both sides of this. You can argue whether it's genuine or not. That's for a different day. But even though smiles are super common, small talk, especially with Thais who are strangers, can be a little less common. Even with just saying hello, doesn't mean they aren't friendly. It's just something that they're not really used to doing. Now, one thing that I've gotten used to in a certain sense, I'm still not very used to on the other side of it, is there's drinking everywhere all the time. Not to mention, of course, that obviously, especially in Pattaya, bars are everywhere. But people drinking in public at all hours of the day is totally normal. I'm still not sure if I'll ever get used to walking down the street with a beer and not feel weird or like I'm about to get arrested. But minus the select few places, it's totally normal and something you will see pretty much every single day. What you may or may not have noticed, if you look at all these clips of every time when I'm posting the street or I'm out and about, you might notice you rarely, if ever, honestly, see any police. In America, of course, we're used to, let's say you gotta drive 15 minutes to work, you're gonna see 8 or 10 cop cars on that journey without a doubt. Now, that's not to say there's not police in Thailand, of course there is. They just tend to operate a little bit differently, especially in Pattaya and especially like on drinking holidays and things like that. There's more than likely gonna be checkpoints set up, and essentially as you're driving through, if they wanna grab you, they will. If you don't have a helmet on, you'll definitely get stopped. When it comes to that and getting pulled over, personally, I never have, and I've never seen anybody get pulled over while they're actually driving, in the sense of
you know, driving in a car and a cop gets behind you and tells you to pull over. I've had them behind me with the lights on, and I pulled over and stopped, and they just drove right by. They kind of drive with their lights on all the time. That's a big one. I like it. I've seen people on the other side of it who say they wish there was more of a presence, but either way, it is what it is. So let's say you're in Pattaya, Bangkok, Phuket, wherever really, and you meet a nice girl. Things are going well, and that time has come. It's time to meet the family. It seems to me pretty much the status normal, especially if you're in Pattaya or Bangkok, as most of the girls you meet, honestly, are probably gonna be from Isan, which is in the north of Thailand. So, when you hop in the car and you make the 7 or 8 hour journey, whatever it is, it's a mission, as soon as you get out of the car in Isan, or maybe even before that, as soon as you start really getting into rural Thailand, you are gonna notice the wildlife. Everything from elephants in the middle of the road, stealing food from the backs of trucks, to squads of monkeys trying to stick their hands in your car window and steal whatever they can grab. And not to mention every monstrous, huge, prehistoric bug you can ever think of. Now, I'm not scared of bugs by any means, but one thing I definitely notice is when it's bugs that you don't really know what they are, it can be a little bit more intimidating for sure. So that's one thing you can expect, especially when you get out into the rural areas. Watch out for elephants. Don't wear anything shiny or let any monkeys see you eating food, because they will jump you and take it. And pack your bug spray. So it may not seem like it right now, but for sure something to be ready for is the weather in Thailand is a beast of its own. Of course it's hot, everybody knows that, and it rains for a big part of the year frequently, everybody knows that. But one thing a lot of people don't talk about is how much that can change in a day. I'm pretty used to it because I'm from Arizona and it's kind of the same way. But here it can go from 85 degrees and sunny like it is right now to pouring rain back to 82 degrees and sunny within 20 minutes. There's really nothing like leaving your condo to go somewhere, hopping on a motorbike taxi when it's nice and sunny outside and everything's all good. Then when you get to wherever you're going, 4 kilometers away, you're soaking wet and working on pneumonia. So that's definitely something that takes some getting used to. Of course, this is a very small list of things that you will see every day in Thailand that will definitely have you double taking. If I tried to get everything, this would be at least an hour-long video. But personally, I like most of these things. They keep it interesting. But if you are sensitive to your environment, I guess you could say, I would definitely do a little bit of research. Get yourself ready so you know what to expect. Thank you guys for tuning in to another video. I will catch you in the next one.